Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and this is the top 3 eyeshadow palettes in my collection in every category. So I filmed the top 3 makeup products in every other category. I'll leave that video linked in the cards. And this video, the idea came from Angelica Nickvis. She had so many eyeshadows that she's like, how can I possibly pick 3 for, you know, the category of eyeshadow? So she did an entirely separate video of 3 in every category, and that's what I'm going to do, so I wanted to give her credit before we get to the video. I have 6 categories to share with you all, plus one more that was not in Angie's video that I just had to include. So if you love eyeshadow as much as I do, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I am going to be telling you all at the end of the video about the giveaway I'm doing for the channel hitting 300 subscribers, and you will need to be subscribed to enter that giveaway. So make sure you click that button, and I will let you know all the rest of the details to enter at the end of the video. Alright, so I will link as many of these videos in the cards as I can if I already have other videos using these palettes and you want to see more about them. And then I'll also put links of anything that doesn't fit in the cards in the description. So the first category is neutrals. So the first neutral palette I had to mention was the Morphe X Mini MUA palette, the Glam palette. I just used this in my recreating my engagement makeup video, so I had to include it just because obviously I was reaching for it outside of my filming life, and to me that means I really like a palette if I'm like using it in my day-to-day and not just to do a video on it and then it kind of sits around. So this palette I believe is still available, and it's not very expensive either. A lot of these palettes could fall into more than one category, but to me this is a great neutrals palette. Next up is from NYX the Ultimate Utopia palette. Now there are a few pops of color in this, but for the most part it is pretty neutral to me. So there are so many options in this, and the price per shade is very cheap. It is, I think, a $35 palette, but it is 40 shades, so it's less than $1 per shadow. And the quality is really nice, you guys. I've had a great time with it. I've used it multiple times. I've used it for more colorful things. I've used it for more neutral things, but it does have a lot more neutrals, in my opinion, than colors, so that's why I put it in this category. The third palette in my neutrals category is the Tiny Marvels palette. This was a collaboration between Sydney Grace and the late Mel Thompson, and she did an amazing job with this. They're still selling it. I believe the proceeds are going to her family. And yeah, just sad story that happened there with her, but the palette is really great and I'm happy to see people still supporting it. They are a lot of neutrals. There are, again, like a little pop of purple and green of color, but these are beautiful. Like the satin formula of this is so great, and I use this, I remember, in the summer almost every day, and I really do need to bring it out and bring it more love because when it comes to neutrals, it is one of my all-time favorites. Rainbow palettes was a little difficult for me because I don't do a lot of rainbow looks, but I did come up with a few things here. So the first one is from Lunar Beauty, and it is the Life's a Drag Facelift palette. I did not get the original, so it made sense to me to go ahead and get this one when it came out because there were shade extensions along with the original shades. And of course, here is the rainbow portion, which I'm referring to. And there are neutrals. Again, like I said, a lot of these could fall into multiple categories, but there's the rainbow portion. I really like Lunar Beauty's eyeshadow quality, and I would highly recommend it. This is the formula as it was before he changed labs. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the new formula of the Moonspell 2 palette. Haven't used that one personally, can't speak to it, but this is the original older formula that I really like. The other two are rainbow, but they're like pastel rainbow, because if I'm gonna go for rainbow, personally, I go for more muted rainbow or grungy rainbow or pastel rainbow. So that's what I put in this category because that's what I would use. So first here we have the Candy Skies from Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is a collab she did with her niece, and I just had to smell it because it's a scented palette. It smells like Smarties to me, and that's just fun. It's really unique. So here is the color story. You can see she is used and loved. I do have a video of this particular palette, but I particularly really like colors like purpley colors and then like the mint colors. I haven't delved into the like oranges and the blues as much in this palette, but I anticipate when it comes back around to spring that I'll be diving into that palette and using those a bit more. The last one is from Nomad Cosmetics, and it is their Tokyo Harajuku palette. This is the first palette I ever purchased from Nomad, and let me tell you, it made me fall in love with the brand. I think out of all their palettes, this is still my favorite. I have the, what do I have? Carta Magenta Magica? I'm not sure how you say it. I have a little quad I haven't used yet, and I bought the Haunted in Europe that I haven't used yet either, so maybe I just need to use the palettes I buy to see if I still like this one the most, but I like this one so much I'm not like really needing to get into the other ones yet, but I like their color stories. They're totally different from this one, but this bottom row of duochromes is what really makes the palette. The pastels are really nice. Their satin formula is really nice. I really enjoy that they have grays in here, so you can kind of make a smoky pastel look if that's even a thing. But again, these on the bottom, ooh, that makes it worth the whole palette. They are so beautiful, and I don't know if I can wait for spring for this one. Like, now that I'm looking at it again, and I mean, if you know me, come on. The cat embossing. Look how cute that is. Yeah, I mean, I had to have this one. And I've never come out with a look with that one that I disliked. The third category is the Monochromatic Palette category. So I had to pull out the palette I did my very first ever YouTube video with, like 2.5 years ago, I think at this point. It's from Colourpop, and it is the Uh Huh Honey palette. It's all these yellows. I don't play with this nearly enough as I should. I love yellows. I actually just bought from Naked. They were doing half off sale at Ulta, the Naked Honey palette, because I like the yellows so much. So I really need to dig this one out. I think it's just the pressed glitter that honestly like chases me away, but I shouldn't let it because there are so many other lovely shades in here. Do you guys use monochromatic palettes anymore? I know Colourpop has done like every color story under the sun. Are you guys kind of like tired and it's just played out and you're over the monochromatic thing? Let me know in the comments below. From Juvia's place, I have the Nubian Royal, which is this gorgeous purple color story. I'm a sucker for purple eyeshadow. Again, I don't really use this shade. It is a pressed glitter. I wasn't aware of that when I bought it. It's gorgeous pressed glitter, but it's not eye safe. But like this to deepen up the outer corner, oh my gosh, or a halo eye, it is the richest purple in my entire collection. Period, the richest, and it does not like blend out to nothing. So that one is worth it alone. But this is great, and this has fulfilled my fantasy since I have not been able to get all of the single shades yet from Mercury Cosmetics of the ink palette. You know, they don't sell that palette anymore, but they do sell the singles. But the singles are always sold out. Like, I've picked up a couple here and there, but I haven't been able to get the complete color story. So this is like holding me over till I can get that. Last up is from BH Cosmetics, and it is the Sweet Shop Pistachio palette. I didn't think I was going to be able to get this one, guys. It was sold out for so long, and last summer it finally went back on sale and I jumped on it. It's not super expensive. I think I paid like $16 for it, but oh, the green looks you can come up with this. You can go more like minty icy, and you can also go more like deep dark green. And I love that even though it's monochromatic, it's still versatile. Like, you can come up with very different green looks with that one, which I personally like a lot. Next up are the small and mini palettes. First up is the Van Gogh palette, and this says Musée Beauty on it, but they are now Kaleidos, I believe is how you pronounce it. They've changed the name of their brand. This is a really nice palette, you guys. This color story, oh, it gets me every time. I've even done blue looks, guys, blue. I like to do the brown in the blue. It's really nice. I've also done the green in the brown and the yellow with the brown, like a lot with the brown. I haven't done too much with the colors with the other colors, but I've paired a lot of them with the bronze and the brown. You can see like from my finger digging in down there. And these all play so nicely together. They layer so nicely. The quality is just wonderful. And this is the palette that made me order a few more at Black Friday from this brand, because I needed to see more after the quality of this palette. And I like the fact that even though it's only a 9-pan palette, there are a lot of combinations. You're not stuck to just that monochromatic look with that one. Next up from Midas Cosmetics is the Artistry Palette Volume 2. Now this is just a nice little deep dark grungy color story, but it's not monochromatic. So you do have kind of like this dirty mustard and with the greens, this like yellowy browny mustard, but then you also have more of like a reddish brown. So it's not quite monochromatic. It is only 6 pans, so there are some limits, but of course this is a small / mini palette category. But I've liked all the looks I've come out with that one too, and it's pretty affordable as well for that small palette. Next up is the Beauty Bean X Shroud Cosmetics, now Baddie Bean. It's Freakin' Bats palette. Oh, again, a smaller curated palette, but the color story is amazing. I love the looks I did in my video with this. I'll leave them linked for you. Just another grungy dream. I don't know what it is, but like all of these smaller palettes are like grungy color stories. That's just how it turned out. I don't know what to tell you. That one's still on sale as well, guys, and I want more from Shroud Cosmetics. This is all I have from them. I was tempted to get the Divinity palette and the Arcana at Black Friday, but I just like had hit my spending limit and needed to not do more. And I know they're not discontinuing those 2 palettes, but I do want to pick them up at some point because I am interested in more from Shroud Cosmetics. All right, the next category is budget / affordable palettes. So I had to start out with the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette. I know I've showed you another Colourpop palette, but I just really enjoy this color story. It's not necessarily monochromatic per se. It is more of the pinky purple side. It has some browns and burgundies and things in there too, but it is quite affordable, especially when they have their sales. They still have this one as one of their quote-unquote OGs. I don't know if anything's an OG at this point. The brand's been around for a while and they put out so much, but I really do like that one and it's affordable. Next is from BH Cosmetics, the Blueberry Muffin palette, you guys. This one and the green one that I showed you, I think my favorite ones from BH Cosmetics. And I was scared of this one for a while because I'm not a big blue shadow person, but I'll tell you, I've used a lot of these blue shades. I really have. I'm getting less and less afraid of blue shadow. I find if I don't do a full blue look, I'm not overwhelmed by it. If I do like brown and blue or gray and blue or something like that, and it's just like partially blue, then I really like it. So I would highly recommend that. That is like one of the highest quality BH palettes I have found and used. The shimmers are on another level. I mean, I've had coworkers stop me and say, "What palette are you wearing? Please send it to me. Please DM me. Please text me, message me, whatever, telling me what palette you're wearing." And it's this one. So if that says anything, there you go. And thirdly, I need to mention the OG Jaclyn Hill palette is fine, but I actually like this one better, you guys. Like, I know, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but this is the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette volume 2. This one's good for holiday season too. You get a lot of colors. It's not super expensive. It's in the affordable category, but I really think the reds are nice. And I have also used like this little white to pink duochrome is really nice. And all of these like shimmery colors are very, very nice. You can get some nice like burgundy, like I said, not just true red, but some of the deeper burgundy looks. I haven't played as much on the like yellow, pink, purple side of this palette yet, but this is, I have to say, nice. I know like some people just don't want to hear anything about Morphe, and I've got 2 palettes in here from Morphe, but that's my thoughts, that's my opinions. I do really like this one. Next up are the high-end / luxury / expensive palettes. So I'm gonna start with a high-end one. This is from Huda Beauty. This is the only Huda palette that I own. It's the Mercury Retrograde. Oh, I mean, really, you guys, like this is expensive, but it's very nice. It's really good. I haven't found a single shade that I don't like. Everything. And I've used, I think the only shade maybe I haven't touched, it looks like, is Gold Glitch in here, which, why have I not touched it? I don't know, because it looks like gold with like pink flecks in it and it looks gorgeous, but I'm usually drawn to like these purpley and mint shades up here. Oh, look, a trend, right? I said that with the NYX palette as well. But even if you just want something very neutral, that's doable in here, and this is just stunning. The mattes, you don't have to blend them. They're just like, you put them on and it's blended. It's done for you. It's really, really nice. And I've said this about other palettes, but I have never come up with a look with this one that I was like, meh. Like every time it's 10 out of 10 with this one. So I really enjoy that one. The other two are not like high-end per se or luxury, but they are indie brands that I think are a little more expensive, so I put them in this category. The first one is from Killer Queens Cosmetics, and it is the Anti-Valentine Day palette. They do still have this available. It is limited edition, and I'll just let my video speak for itself. I've got a video on this, but here it is. It's not all, but mostly multi-duochromes. So I'll link the video of this, and then I'll also link my video where I do some comparisons between this and some other palettes if you're looking for maybe some shades that look similar but aren't so pricey. But the brand Killer Queens Cosmetics is doing a sale right now as well. So if you're interested in that brand specifically, now's probably the chance to jump on that. The other one is from Glam Natrix Cosmetics. It's an Australian indie brand, and this is the U Beauty palette. This is my only palette from them. I did pre-order the mini Sandra Rose. That'll be coming, I think, in January sometime, but oh my gosh, you guys, this looks like such a weird color story, right? When I saw it all over YouTube initially, I was like, ew, what would I do with that? And then I started seeing people doing looks with it and was like, oh, that's what I would do with that. So I ordered it. It was quite pricey, especially with the shipping to get it to the US, but another one, you guys, where I haven't done a look yet where I don't like it. G'day and Flaming Gala, they're about worth it just for those two shades. They are great. Whoop Whoop is great. The only shade I have not touched in this palette yet is Straya up here, this blue, light blue shimmer. I love this palette so much. It's gorgeous. Chalkers is lovely. The names too, guys. This is one of these, like, if I had to only pick 3 in my whole collection and I couldn't do, 3 in every category, this one would have made it into the 3. That's how good it is. So if that tells you anything, there you go. Last but not least, this is a category that was not in Angelica's video, but as I was looking through my collection, I just felt like it had to be here. So you might like this category, you might not, but my last category is discontinued palettes, okay? So my favorite palettes that are now discontinued, you can't get them unless you find them on like Poshmark or TJ Maxx or something like that. So the first one is the Pure X Raw Beauty Christie palette. Some people didn't like this, but I really do. And as much as the neutral side is there, and I know a lot of people use that one more, I actually really like the colorful side. I do. I've done a lot of like sunsetty type looks with this row right here, and the shimmers are really nice. And I do think that this formula is better than other palettes that I have by Pure as far as the eyeshadow formula is concerned. And I'm really, I'll always be happy I supported Christy. I really like her as a creator. So shout out to this palette. The second discontinued palette I have to mention, I'm sorry, is the OG Moon Spell from Lunar Beauty. Iconic. I mean, who else does packaging like Lunar Beauty? I'll wait. Name a brand. Put it in the comments down below. Because if there is another brand that does packaging this well, and you didn't tell me about it, what kind of friends are you? I mean, really, I would tell you, okay? Let me know. But this, not only packaging, but I mean the color story too. A lot of people I know have said they vibe more with this color story than they do with the volume 2 that he just came out with, the more like reddish one. I don't have that one in my collection yet. I'm hoping I will at some point. I'm kind of waiting for it to go on sale because this one was limited edition too, but they kept it in stock long enough that they ran a 50% off sale on the palette. So I'm hoping that happens with volume 2, but volume 1 had to shout it out even though you no longer can get it. And then the third palette, you guys are not gonna be surprised. If you have this palette, you know. If you know, you know. The third shout out I have to do is from Kaleidos, and it is the Club Nebula collaboration with Angelica Nickvis. The person who inspired me to do this video. It's amazing. I'm not going to tilt it too much because my shade Firefly did come a little busted up here in the corner, and I don't want her to fall out because she has before and she's a little finicky and we don't want to upset her. But this has beautiful duochromes in it, and the dark mattes, I didn't know that I liked dark colorful mattes. I didn't have any. I never experienced them until this palette, and I went, wow. Now I know why she's always complaining when there's not enough dark colorful mattes in her videos, because now I see what they can do for a look, and it's amazing. So once again, this is the only palette that I own from Kaleidos, and the quality of this one was so good that I know I like crapped all over their sale in my Black Friday video, but you know, who's the clown now, because I placed a big order on Black Friday from Kaleidos. So be expecting more content with that brand in the future. So there you have it, everyone. Those are all of the palettes, my top 3 palettes in every category. I don't know what more I can tell you about eyeshadow, but if there's something else you want to know about eyeshadow, let me know in the comments below. This video was super fun, and going through my collection again, it made me realize like stuff I haven't played with in a while. So yeah, that's always exciting because it makes me be like, ooh, I want to use this. I haven't used this one in a while, and I know you guys like palette bingos and things like that. So I'm thinking to expect some of those as we get closer to the new year here. Let me know down below, even if you don't have 3 in every category, I'd be curious to know what your answers would be for these categories. Because it's always fun when I hear you guys tell me what you guys like, because there are, you know, I'm only got so many hours in the day. I haven't heard of every single makeup brand and palette in the world, and sometimes you guys put me on to some really great stuff. All right, guys, so here is everything for the giveaway. All right, so it's a lot of stuff. I tried to put together a really nice giveaway for you guys just as a thank you for saying I appreciate so much you subscribing. So in order to enter for the giveaway, there's a few things you have to do. You have to be subscribed, and your subscription does have to be public, meaning I have to be able to see whether you are subscribed or not. I know that may be a pain for some of you, but that's just the only way I can verify that you actually are subscribed when you say you are subscribed, since that's a stipulation of the giveaway. So it's very easy to change in your settings if you don't have it set to public, so that I can check that. And honestly, if you want to go back to private after you enter and if you win and I have to check, that's fine. You also need to like the video and comment letting me know what would be the best way for me to reach you if you are the winner. You do need to be 18 or older to enter this, and it is open internationally. So wanted to make sure I told you all those things. If you have any other questions, just let me know down in the comments. I will leave this open for 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I will select a winner. I will let you know as far as I'll leave a comment on the video or put it in the description who won, and then I'll also like and comment back to the winner on this video. So stay tuned for that. But here are all of the things that are going to be in the giveaway. First up, you're going to receive from Nomad Cosmetics the Flower Bomb palette. This is just beautiful, you guys. It really is. It has a lot of nice spring colors in it. It does have some pressed glitters, but some of you might not care about that. So brand new makeup, by the way. None of this has been touched. It's just waiting for the right person to use it. So there's the Flower Bomb palette that you'll receive. You'll also receive a palette from Ofra Cosmetics. So this one is the Signature Palette Getaway. Well, it's the Getaway palette. It's one of their signature palettes. Here's what it looks like, more of a little neutral palette with a highlighter in there. So you'll receive that bronzy goodness. You will also receive some nail art, these little sticker things. I use these a lot and I really like them. The pattern is red, black, and gold on these. And then I'll also include a pack of emery boards to help with your nail situation if you need them to apply those. I'll also put in a bath bomb if you want a little relaxation. You're also going to receive a fragrance from Elizabeth Arden. This is the scent Red Door, little perfume there. The other makeup you'll receive is a long-lasting liquid lipstick from Ofra Cosmetics. This is in the shade Brickle. Those are very comfortable, guys. That formula is great. You'll receive a Makeup Revolution lipstick in the shade Looking Ahead. It's this kind of nude color. And then you'll also receive this gloss from Collab in Easy Glowing. It's kind of a clear with a gold reflect. So there is one more thing, guys, that you will receive if you win the giveaway, and that's going to be some single shadows from the indie brand Copacetic Cosmetics. So I'm going to put 4 of them in there. You will receive True, which is kind of a champagne shimmer color. You will receive Amour, which is kind of a deeper burgundy shimmer color. You will receive You're My Favorite Person, which is like a deeper purpley shimmer. And then you'll also receive Mortality, which is a black I don't know if it's satin or matte, true matte, but shadow in there. These are great. I have a lot of singles from this brand. Of course, like I said, these are brand new, untouched. These are wonderful companions to other palettes you might have in your collection, other palettes in the giveaway. So that is everything. One person will win if they follow all of those stipulations. Again, subscribing publicly, liking the video, and commenting, letting me know how I can reach you. That's it, guys. Best of luck to everyone, and I hope you have fun with the giveaway. So that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video once again, and I hope to see you back on my next video. Bye!